everybody to this little quick sped up tutorial on making a succulent planter. This one I was making for a present for my daughter, who every time, she loves succulents, and every time we get her a succulent for her room, which is a little bit dark, I think they don't get enough sun and they inevitably die, and it's just the saddest thing. So I actually just recently purchased a cricket for the first time after all of these years of thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. That would add a lot to my projects. I finally went ahead and did it. And I was looking through the design program that they have, and I saw these felt succulents, and I thought they were the cutest things, and I thought this was perfect for my daughter. So here we go. Right now I have actually not been able to get a video of me putting the material on this planter off of my phone. For some reason the video file just will not get off the phone, and it's not really telling me why, and I am not a video person. I'm more of a like an artist, whether that's left brain or right brain, I'm not really sure, but I am not a technology person. So we're gonna start with this. As you can see, I'm just putting little blocks of floral holders into the bottom of this, really just to take up space without being heavy. Then I'm gonna put the cardboard oval that I cut out to fit. I'm gonna glue that in, and this is for support of the succulents, which don't go very deep. It's just the very, top that I want to show. And then I'm going to put some little faux moss that I've had for 100 years in my art room. Making everything fit, and then I'm gonna glue it down. This next little thing is so cute. I don't know how I ever did without it. It's a tabletop vacuum, and it's worth its weight in gold. It is so convenient to have on the craft table. If you want to check it out, I'll link it below. Just getting this all perfect and just right, and then I'm gonna really quickly print with the new Cricut a pattern that I got from their design space for this succulent. Now I'm going around, I tried all kinds of stuff to see which looked the best. I read that you could use ink or pastels, some people use markers, but just to give, if you've ever really looked at a succulent, they have a lot of times like a little pink or different colors depending on the succulent variety on the edges of the leaves, and I just think it's so cute to make it realistic by doing this. And I just did a few test subjects and found out that a little ink going into the leaf a little bit and then putting the pastels on the very edge looked really pretty. Now I'm going to be gluing together this really cool cactus that I also got from Design Space. Downloaded it, cut it, and now I'm assembling it per the directions. And then I'm gonna sew the edges and fill it with, I was like trying to figure out what to fill it with, and I had all these horrible little Christmas snowballs, and I say horrible because they stick and float around and they just become static cling balls. They got all over the pets, all over me, all over my daughters. They were everywhere. So I was like, oh, this is a good place to get rid of them, and they're super light. They don't weigh anything. So I thought they were kind of perfect actually to fill these little sections of the cactus with. First I'll sew, then stuff, then glue down. So now onto the cactus flower. Same process, just sew the edges, stuff it with the little cling balls, and then glue it down. And then I will also put this on top of the actual cactus plant and glue that together. My little succulent garden here for my daughter, and basically I had those felt balls left over a couple Thanksgivings or Christmases ago. I was going to make a little garland, but we never got around to it. So I thought they would be a really good not only visual addition to this little succulent garden, but I also use them to prop up especially the big succulents, so that they could kind of sit at an angle so that you could see them better from the front of this little garden. So sit back, relax while I make the garden grow. cut in here and say, is hot glue not amazing? I mean, it held up so well during this project, and nothing has moved. I mean, it is good to go and looks exactly like it did when I finished it about 3 weeks ago now. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere either. It's so great because it dries so fast and, you know, sticks to so many things. But for this project, it is highly recommended. Got to make use of that handy dandy little vacuum. And then on to the personalization. I decided that the green was a little bit plain on the planter, so I printed out some flags, just enough to say my garden, and then I printed out, picked a really cute font and printed that out on sticker paper. And then I'm going to go in and just color it a different color just to make it look what I thought would look good on the little flags. And then I decided to use that same amazing hot glue to add the flags to a piece of embroidery floss, and it has worked fantastically well. You can see that I was putting the letters side by side when I did each one to make sure that they stayed equal on each flag, even though the flag's gonna, you know, kind of like sag down a little bit on purpose to look, you know, in my opinion, really cute. Yeah, so I did want the letters still, even though it was going to be sagging and stuff, I did want the letters to be congruent on each of the flag pieces. I just thought it would look neater that way. Picked a brown piece of, I guess I really didn't use embroidery floss for this. I used, I think that was like a hemp thread or something, but I picked brown because I actually wanted it to stand out, just to, you know, show that it was actually hanging, like little flag hanging. Hot gluing these little flags to the whole banner worked out so well that it gave me another idea that you'll see in just a minute. My daughter and I love these succulents. I think they're called string of pearls, and they're adorable. So because this banner worked so well with the hot glue to the little flag pieces, you'll see in a little bit that I created a little string of pearls to add to the planter. It's so cute. needed some more filler pieces for a couple spots in the planter. So rather than get the Cricut out and, print up designs again, I just took some scrap paper and cut out like little aloe-y looking succulents to add. So this is where I created the string of pearls by just taking that string and hot gluing it once again. And then I took little pom-poms to each of the strings. I did about 5 or 6 strings, I think, for this, just whatever looked good to me. And then I glued little pom-poms to the string, just that easily with the hot glue. And I think it looks absolutely adorable. My daughter did too, so that made me super happy, and it was just so much fun to do. So cute. just putting the finishing touches on, covering up some holes with some little brads. I just cut off the little claspy parts of the brads and glued them on those succulents because they had a hole in it. I don't know why. They just had a little hole in the center. I didn't like it, so I covered them up with the brads. And voila, I am done.